Nice. 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 Okay. Shout out to Gabby for this for Christmas. We making good quality audio today. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Or like Happy New Year's if you're watching this on New Year's. It's officially 2021. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to keep a physical thing to hold me accountable to my New Year's resolutions this year. I never really was the kind of person to really believe in New Year's resolutions. It was like the same as like giving up things for Lent when I was a kid. I just didn't think that they were important at all. But as I've gotten older, I want to, I guess, like hold myself accountable to the things that I want to do. And because I have a lot of things going on this year, like with school and work and things like that, I just wanted to have something to go back to whenever I am like frustrated and whatnot. Because, you know, 2020 wasn't great. It still isn't great, you know, considering that we're still dealing with COVID and, you know, vaccines are slowly getting out, but, you know, it's still not the best situation. But I want to make 2021 like a positive year because I didn't have a great 2020. I mean, there are aspects of 2020 that were great, but a lot of it did suck. So I want to make 2021 something a lot better for myself. So in my lovely little planner we have here that I got from the AT Susan's Greetings, which is the cutest thing, by the way, I wrote 6 things that I wanted to do for my New Year's resolutions, and I'm just gonna go through them with like some detail, kind of like just broad general things. Yeah, let's get started. So the first one is to stay on track with physical and mental health. So there's no real like sort of order as to which this goes, but I put this as the first one because, you know, being healthy is one of the main things that is important to me. You know, physically, you know, staying healthy and, you know, mentally trying to, well, not better my mental health, but like, you know, just to stay on track of those things. I want to try to decrease a lot of burnout. I have a tendency to burn out and not get motivated a lot to do things. I'm actually going to skip to number 4, which is not burn out so fast. That kind of ties in with the mental health thing because a lot of my issues with, you know, staying motivated and wanting to do things that I want to do stems a lot from not necessarily laziness, because I don't believe that people are just lazy. I think that there are other reasons as to why people don't have the motivation to do things that they want, but I want to not burn out as easily, especially like on days when I have work, because I only work like 4 to 6 hours a day. Like it's gonna be 4 days a week once school starts again, and I don't want to, you know, go to work and then like come home and just be drained and not want to do anything. Like I still want to be productive with my day. So I want to try to work on that type of stuff and still be productive with my time. Another thing that I wanted to do, and God knows I've tried this many times. I've tried to work out, and working out is so hard for me to get in the mentality to do. My father is one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to physical health. Just because he used to be super overweight and he lost so much weight, and he's like at a very healthy point now with his physical health that I'm like super proud of him. But the issue for me is that I want to gain muscle, and all the time I'll like lay in bed and I'll be like, oh, like I need to do this, like I should get a personal trainer, blah blah blah. But I realized that in order to start a habit on something, you have to do it very slowly. Recently I've started, you know, moisturizing my body every day. That's something that I never did before. I recently just signed up for Curology, so I'm actually having like a set amount of time that I do like skincare, and like that's a new thing that I'm doing. So slowly I'm just adding more things into my daily routine to just get myself on a gist of something. My dad said that if, you know, when it comes to exercise, especially with muscle gain, the first thing that you should work on is your core, because that's like, you know, the foundation for everything else. And if you have a strong core, then you won't hurt yourself with other things. Now, don't take my word for it. I'm not a professional in any aspect, so I don't know if that's true or not. But I trust my dad because he's been through this whole thing. So I'm going to try to start doing that, and I'm going to really try to hold myself accountable to those things. Another thing that I want to do is to keep up with YouTube. I love this channel. I got my YouTube Wrap thing that they did the same thing like Spotify. I got that in the mail like around November, and it was just so cool to see like how many videos I uploaded, like how many like viewers have increased, like how the views have increased, and I just am very excited to continue this journey of doing YouTube. I know that my uploading hasn't been consistent, but I want to try to work on that because this is one of my favorite things to do. I love making videos. It's just hard for me to come up with ideas because I think all the time that I need to make my content super interesting, but in reality, you know, I just have to be myself, and if people like that, then that's why they like it. So I'm gonna try to not put too much pressure on myself to make super interesting videos and just, you know, continuously like uploading it, and if it makes me happy, then it makes me happy, and that's what's important. So I want to keep up the content for you guys. I guess also another thing with YouTube is that I might just want to stick to a very just general idea of what my channel is, because I don't have like a theme, and I don't want to make my channel about really specifically anything. So if you're coming to my channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Bree. This is a channel, and it's just about my life, about the things that I love to do, and just my general everyday existence. I think that I'm a funny person. I have a very immense interest in K-pop. I love to cook. I love to knit. I love literally anything. So if you're coming and joining me for the first time, welcome to my journey, and I can't wait to have you stick around. Another thing that I want to do is to try to stay organized. Organization is something that is a very big issue for me. Staying clean, staying organized, having my thoughts planned out is very complicated for me to do, but especially with my sorority and everything going into that, I'm on council this year, and so I have a lot of responsibilities as being like vice president of member education. I have a lot of responsibilities that I need to work on, and a lot of stuff that I need to plan and things that I need to stay on track of. So first of all, having this planner, I feel like it's going to help me try to stay on track with the things that I need to get done. And I want to try to stay more organized so I don't have too much on my plate and everything's just kind of spread out. And that's not just with VPME stuff, that's also with like school and work and trying to keep on top of those types of things, because I'm taking econometrics next semester, and from what I understand, everyone hates econometrics, and I'm scared. I should have just waited till we went back physically in the fall, but no. Fifth thing that I want to do is to keep my creativity engaged. I'm a very artsy person. If you knew me in high school, I did like musical theater, I did choir, I did like ceramic making, I did like all these types of different creative elements here and there, and I want to keep sticking to that. Being in the major that I am in, which I'm an econ major, it's a bit complicated because it is very math and statistical based stuff, and there's not a lot for me as a very creative person to have an outlet, which is why I make videos, because it is a creative outlet for me to do. But I want to expand on that. So the things that I want to be able to pick up are doing ceramic making. Like when things slowly start to open up again, I want to join a pottery studio. I do want to take singing lessons. That's one of the other big things that I really want to do. I also want to make music. Like I have a keyboard thing that I could use to make music. I have many things that I want to do to just keep myself engaged and being creative. I've also been playing a lot with makeup. I'm getting some more like new makeup things, and if you want me to show you some like little makeup videos, perfectly fine by me. But if you ask me to join the beauty community, I definitely will say no. The sixth thing that I want to do is to save money. I paid for a majority of my tuition last semester, and I did not take in consideration personal savings when I did that. So my biggest goal is to try to save a bit more money when it comes to, you know, paying for school and also having a personal savings. But I just need to be a bit more money conscious and taking consideration those types of things. So, you know, when it comes to saving for school alongside saving for personal savings, I need to take both in consideration. So that's one of my other big goals. So those are my 2021 New Year's resolutions. I'm feeling hopeful. This does feel like a lot, like in the back of my head, I'm like, ooh, this is like a lot, like I'm putting a lot on my plate. But because these are things that I've been wanting to do and things that I'm slowly starting to get at, and I've been starting to get at like at the beginning of December, I think that I should be able to get through them fine. So yeah, if you guys have any New Year's resolutions that you want to stick to, definitely I'd love to see them, put them in the comments below. I read all the comments even though I don't get many, but I would love to hear about your New Year's resolutions. I just hope that everyone has a great, safe, healthy 2021. Hopefully, you know, when things get better, you know, we all can be able to do the things that we want to do, go outside more, you know, hang out with our friends, go traveling again. So please stay safe, please wear a mask. Please, if you don't have any reason to go out, stay home. I hope you guys have a great 2021, and I will see you all next year. Ah ha 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 ha.